Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Tarps Off. Today we're going to do a video that I've been looking forward to for a while. We're going to do the jersey history of the Vancouver Canucks. This is my Horvat jersey from the 50th season. Got the patch there, standard, no word mark. So I'll just be talking about each jersey as it goes through, from their inception in 1970 till now. And I'll throw some pictures up so you're going to see what I'm talking about, because I don't actually have every single jersey that they've made. There's quite a few of them, and not a lot of them are made anymore. So we're going to start off with the jerseys that they came out in their inaugural season in 1970. It was the stick and rink logo. So kind of like this one, but a lot more, I guess you could say, basic and simple. More streamlined. So as you can see in the picture, they had a blue version and a white version. White would have been home back in the day, and the dark ones would have been on the road. And in the striping, they had a cool thing that I like, some others don't. They have the V's in the sleeves, which is a recurring theme, having V's on the jersey as we go through. Blue numbers on the white one, white on the blue, and no name bar. You'll see that up there. Just simple striping on the socks, and the blue, green, and white color scheme, which they eventually went back to. So after that, they updated the striping a little bit and just made it simple, so no more V's on the sleeves. So the stick and rink neckline was a bit more like the Reebok ones. Actually, there's no V on this jersey, oddly enough, but still the same type of numbers, no name bar, and the brilliant color scheme. So that's that one. And on the white jersey, they did have the older color of the stick and rink, the blue interior. So the white on this one, it would have been blue, and on the blue one they had the white sticker. So so the year after that, or their next iteration of jerseys, was the infamous flying V. So a giant V down the front of the jersey. They had a yellow one and a black one, and that was marigold and orange instead of the classic, or what we see nowadays, which is the red and yellow. And they had the stick and rink logo on the sleeves, and the numbers below that. The numbers were black and yellow. So yellow on the black ones, black on the yellow ones. And now is about the time when they had a name bar with the player on the back. Like it's seen nowadays. The pants had a nice V down the side of the pants. So there's that V in that design as well. And the socks were similar. But pretty good. I don't know if I'll ever get one of those. It might be a bit too much, but I might have to get it just because it is beautifully ugly. So we'll see. I'll do an unboxing if I do get one. And then after that, they transitioned to having the skate logo on the front. Again, a yellow and black jersey, and they put the big flying V onto the sleeves instead. The numbers got a bit of an outlining with red and yellow. Pants still had the V on it, and the striping on the sides and on the socks went more to a straight, like this one, instead of a diagonal. And then they went to the more classic 1994 Cup Run jerseys. So a white stick or a flying skate and a black flying skate. Similar to the ones I do have, but these are again, really nice. I still think we should get a jersey with the flying skate on white. That would be absolutely brilliant. This one didn't have any V's on it, just the word Canucks in the blade of the skate. The pants went pretty much pure black, just a bit of color on the bottom. Socks matched the jerseys. Good era. A lot of people like this jersey because they went to the final for the second time in their history in '94 and lost to the Rangers in 7, unfortunately. We're still getting over that, even though I wasn't alive then, but fans in general. And of course, Messier was with the Canucks and he went to the Rangers and won a cup there. This whole thing. So around that time is when the NHL introduced the alternate third jersey, and the Canucks jumped on with the gradient skate jersey. So it went from red to black, and they had the yellow numbers with the red outline, also a name bar. And the socks were red, black, and yellow. So that was good. After that, Orca Bay got the team, and they introduced the Orca logo like I'm at right now. So they had white and dark jerseys again, with red, navy blue, and silver accents. I did have a jersey of this a while back, but it was like a small, and I wasn't as big of a fan, I guess you could say, as I am now. But yeah, really decent jersey, and as you can see in the picture, they don't have shoulder patches, which they did add the next year. So they've got the stick and rink, again, a more simple look than they have now, more like the 1971s, which is a really nice look, and other than that, they stay the same. And they came out with a new third jersey after that, which was the gradient design, which they did do with the reverse retro, but in this one it was navy blue to red, which can be argued that it doesn't work, but I actually really do like that logo design. I think one of my favorite hockey cards back in the day was Marcus Naslund wearing that jersey. People don't like it, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. If they were still being made, I would snap one up really quick. Vancouver also participated in the vintage program. A bunch of teams got vintage jerseys, so they went back to the 1970, the simplified stick and rink blue jersey. This one did have a name bar with it. Also the blue, white, and green color scheme, and they had just a V on the chest just for the vintage logo. Standard design. That only happened for 1 or maybe 2 years, not quite sure. And then in their 40th season, which would have been 1970 to 2010, so the 09-010 or 10-11 season. It was a bit weird in there, I don't know why. They went back to the white. I don't know how many times they wore it. It might have been just their first game of the season. But they went back to the white jersey with a stick and rink, V's on the sleeves, no name bar on the back, and with the 40th anniversary patch on the front. So that would have been, what year is it now, 2021? 11 years ago? Those were really nice. If I could find one, I would snap one up in a hurry, because that's a great jersey. And then they came out with the Vancouver Millionaires throwback jersey. So it's maroon, it's got striping, the off-white striping, cream colored. And they used this for a game against Detroit, in which they lost 5-3. Although Alex Burrows did score a beautiful goal 6 seconds in. Absolutely. And he's, I believe, still at the top of that list for fastest goal to start a game. And they also wore it in the Heritage Classic against Ottawa in 2014. And for that one, they just added the Heritage Classic jersey or patch onto the jersey that had BC Plays outlined, and some of the skyline for the city. That's all the jerseys I don't have. Now we're going to get into the ones that I do. So during those years, after, during the, after they changed from the silver, blue, and red outlining of the Orca, they did update it a bit and came out with this one. I believe this is in the 2010-2011 season, or 2009-2010, where they threw Vancouver over the top updated the Orca a little bit and updated the stick and rink as well. So they've got the blue there. And Reebok was making the jerseys during this era. So this is what they went to the final in 2010-2011. Still getting over that one because I was alive for that one. But yeah, decent jersey. This one is a Reebok and it's my custom one. Yeah, good one. So that's the home. And the away, so it's just an inverse. Cool thing about these, just give me 1 second. On the home one, if you look closely at the design, you can see the Orca is jumping out of the ice. So that's like fragmented ice there, ice here, cracked, and the Orca is breaking through the ice. So that's a really cool thing there. And for the away one, he's jumping out of the water, which is a bit weird because it still has like the crack and the fragmented pieces there. So it doesn't sell the illusion as well as jumping through the ice, which is why I went with the away one on my wall. But it is a decent jersey. It's, again, word marker over the top, updated stick and rink on the shoulders. This one's just a blank. And yeah, Reebok as well. And their third jersey went from the Gradient Orca to the updated stick and rink on the front. This one has the more retro style striping. It's got Johnny Canuck on the shoulders. So Abbotsford has this on their jerseys, their AHL affiliate now. And yeah, decent jersey, really nice. Also a blank, also a Reebok. But yeah, they just made it a bit more modern, not as simple. But yeah, it's a good jersey there. So those are the Reebok years. And then they moved into the 2017-18 season, which is also when Vegas came into the league, which is why Vegas does not have a Reebok jersey. Because they did just Adidas when they came in, not because of Vegas, just because they were switched around. So the jerseys stayed very much the same, away and home. Whoops, a daisy. It's not away and home. So Berth Watermark jerseys, we'll start with the away one this time. They remained largely the same. The only difference is that the shoulder patches did come up higher onto the actual shoulders. So for my Reebok ones, if I'm wearing it, it would have been right about there on my shoulder. These ones are actually like up onto the shoulder. I wasn't sure about that when I first saw them, but they've grown on me quite a bit. Neckline is really nice, just green on the inside. And the numbers stayed relatively the same. It's a Besser. And all my Adidas ones are authentic. I only have one Fanatics jersey, and it's the Vegas away. Like the first video in my jersey countdown, or the first jersey I showed you in my jersey countdown videos. Yeah, so that's the away. And then the home, just an inverse. Shoulders, or shoulder patches up in the sleeves. Nice neckline, again authentic. And it's got a Horvat on the back. So yeah, nice jersey. I should probably throw this one through the wash. Neckline's getting a bit discolored. But yeah, really good. And they did not have a third jersey during this season. I don't think any teams had a third in the first season they did Adidas. Just home and away. So that was, they used these ones for 2 years after the Adidas came in. And then we had season number 50, which was the 2019-2020 season. So they came out with new jerseys, and these were very well received by a lot of fans. So all they did is switch around the stick and rink colors to make it more like the 1970 ones, so white on the inside, which makes the green C, if you can see that, a lot more prominent than they did with the blue ones. Hacked off the word mark and made the Orca bigger. Other than that, no difference. Neckline still just green. And yeah, it's makes the jersey look a lot more fresh than with the word mark. Yeah, so that's 50th season. I don't have a 50 patch on this one, but I didn't get it from the team store, so no patch. So that's the away. Came with the home. That's backwards. There we go, home. This one I got at a preseason game in the Canucks team store. When I actually picked it up, they didn't have the 50 on it, so I just asked them. They said, no problem, we'll heat press that on for you. So I got the patch on there. Again, no word mark, bigger logo, updated stick and rink on the shoulders. Again, and yeah, super clean. And yeah, so they didn't have an alternate for the second year they were in Adidas before they went to this, and we got treated to a couple new ones. So first off, Heritage jersey. As opposed to an alternate, we call it the Heritage because it was going back to their heritage of the white stick and rink. It's got "We Are All Canucks" in the neckline, and the numbers had perforations on it. When I did the countdown with Tarps off 2 and his collection, he had a Pedersen jersey, and you can see the little perforations in the numbers. And that was meant to symbolize the rainfall in Vancouver, because if you've never been here, there's a lot of rain. So if you decide to visit, see a game, or just for fun, bring a raincoat, just in case, because even in the summer we get rain sometimes. But especially in the winter months, like right now, it's pouring rain outside. But yeah, so this jersey did a recognize that. Stripes are a bit more simplified, just green. I think they could have done well with a white stripe somewhere in there. But yeah, pretty decent. Again, 50 patch on there, and the white collar is nice. No shoulder patches on this one, but yeah, they're still paying homage to the first one, which didn't have shoulder patches there either. So yeah, good jersey there. That's their current alternate. They're wearing that this year as well too, as they did last year. No 50 on it as well, obviously, but that's whatever, because 50 season. And then we got 5 games, I believe, in the 50th season with this beautiful sweater. So recolorized 50 logo to match the jersey. Yellow and red collar. It actually was really nice on Adidas, with Adidas. Just normal striping, and that classic flying skate logo. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I went to one game against Buffalo when they were in this, and that was an overtime win. I believe 6-5 over Buffalo with JT Miller scoring the winner. This was just a blank. I do have a Besser one without this 50 logo, but I decided to show this one. But yeah, super nice, brilliant jersey. They need to bring this back in a fuller capacity. I do recall myself saying they should use this as the alternate as opposed to the Heritage jersey, but that was before I got the Heritage, and obviously it works fine. But this one is just really nice. I think they should have this a lot more often than just 5 games a season. Yeah, real nice. And this past season they came out with the Reverse Retro program. So again, you saw all of these jerseys in my jersey countdown. But this is my Reverse Retro. Just a standard blank one. Tarps off 2 as a Hughes, as you saw. Normal Orca logo, pretty much the same, like exactly the same as all the other ones, jumping through the ice. But it's the gradient design, so going from blue to green, which is, I will say, better than blue to red. But yeah, really nice jersey. I like it a lot. No shoulder patches on this one, and just Van, I believe, yeah, 01 and the Reverse Retro logo on the collar. So yeah, pretty decent jersey there. And just as a bonus, the Vancouver All-Star jersey from St. Louis in 2020. So yeah, differently colorized Orca, silver striping. This one's a Pedersen. I am planning to get a Pedersen home jersey, like one of these. And that'll be a prime green one too, so we'll do a comparison with just the standard home jersey or one with the numbers, so we can see if those change. I doubt it though. Yeah, that's the All-Star one. It's got the Arch 2020 and trumpets in the middle, all of the St. Louis stuff. Pure white, no striping on the bottom or anything like that. And I am planning to do a trip to Vegas in the new year. Whether it's before the All-Star game or after, we'll see. That remains to be seen. If it's after, I'll probably get one from that year. If they have them in the Vegas team store, I'm not sure. And we'll look at that. If it's before, then we'll just not bother probably. This is the only All-Star jersey I have, and to be quite fair, I'm not that huge of a fan of it. The only good thing is the Canucks logo, and obviously the EP40 on the back. But yeah, that's all the Vegas or the Vancouver jerseys I have, and that concludes the history. So yeah, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Absolutely smash that like button and subscribe if you feel like it. And I will talk to you guys later.